a nice feeling. Obviously it's a club that's close to my heart, my family, as I spent 4.5 years here. I'm hoping that I can just bring some of that back to Huddersfield with me to help them on their journey. Obviously I just want to contribute as much as I can with as many minutes, as many goals, assists.
Laura, welcome back to Huddersfield Town. How does it feel to be rejoining the club?
It's a nice feeling. Obviously it's a club that's close to my heart, my family, as I spent 4.5 years here. Obviously I've known Glenn for quite a while and I know quite a few of the girls, so I'm excited to be back and get going.
What were the main reasons for coming back? I know you mentioned Glenn there and some familiar faces, but what were the deciding factors for you?
I think the first is the project that the club's sort of embarking on. They've got a long-term project and a short-term project, and obviously they're investing in the club quite a lot. And the other part that kind of goes hand in hand is like the recruitment process that Glenn and the club have gone through. There's some like really exciting players that already play at the club, and then there's a lot more coming through. So it's quite a nice place to be.
Obviously you've played for Town before. What are your memories from that experience?
Well, there's a lot of memories, a lot of away days, playing at the John Smiths, beating Charlton in the FA Cup will be a favourite of everyone's, and obviously meeting teammates and friends that are now friends for life. You
mentioned familiar faces. You must be looking forward to getting back in with those people, and also that must make it easier coming back and seeing those faces again.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I've got some really good friends that already play here, so it'd be nice to kind of be welcomed back by them. And yeah, to get on the pitch together again.
After you left Town, you joined Burnley. What were those years like? Scoring a lot of goals, I hear, as well. What's that experience like, and how's that changed you as a player coming from there to coming back to Town?
Obviously it was like bittersweet leaving Huddersfield. All my friends were here, I was settled here, we were doing really well in the league, but Burnley offered me my first pro contract, so it was kind of an opportunity that I couldn't turn down at the time. Obviously being part of a club like Burnley, it's a huge club. They've invested a lot in the women's setup and given us lots of opportunities. I think it's helped me develop as a person and a player, and probably increase like professionalism. The standards are obviously quite different because the expectations are different. So I'm hoping that I can just bring some of that back to Huddersfield with me to help them on their journey.
In terms of on the pitch, how would you describe yourself as a player? What positions do you play? How would you describe yourself?
I'm a striker, so number 9. I would say I'm quite strong, combative, like to score a goal.
And what are your sort of hopes and expectations ahead of this season? I know the manager spoke about obviously wanting to challenge and stuff. I suppose that's the same with you.
Yeah, I think the main objective this year is to return the club to Tier 3, which I think is where it belongs. And I think if we kind of train hard and work hard, then we shouldn't have a problem in doing that. And from a personal perspective, obviously I just want to contribute as much as I can with as many minutes, as many goals, assists, and just make sure that we do get back there.
Laura, welcome back to Huddersfield.
Thank you.